So, with Sonic Dream Team releasing in less than a month, some people are going to get the opportunity to play the game early, and that has indeed happened. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at somebody's first impressions of Sonic Dream Team, and it's actually looking pretty great. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's take a look at the news at hand. On to digital trends with Sonic Rush. Actually, hang on, just before we carry on with the video. Something tells me that you're not subscribed. How do I know that, you ask? Well, look at this. Are you seeing that right now? Most of the people watching this video right now aren't subscribed. What's going on with that then, eh? Press that subscribe button right the hell now because, you know, just saying, Sega was telling me that if you don't subscribe right now, they ain't releasing that Unleashed port. Okay, they didn't actually say that, but come on man, you should still subscribe right now. You won't regret it. Trust me. Anyways, I'll stop bothering you now, so on with the video. So yeah, somebody from Digital Trends has actually played Sonic Dream Team, and if that name sounds familiar, Digital Trends, it should do, because, yeah, well, you see, so here we have right here, the next great Sonic the Hedgehog game may be hiding on Apple Arcade. Love it or hate it, you have to respect the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Sega and Sonic Team refuse to get stuck in a creative rut, constantly zigging when fans expect them to zag. Last year, the series took an unexpected open zone pivot with Sonic Frontiers, only to return to familiar 2D platforming with this year's Sonic Superstars. Just 1 month after that game's release, the Blue Blur is taking another surprising turn with Sonic Dream Team. Launching exclusively for Apple Arcade on December 5th, Sonic Dream Team sees the series returning to the 3D rollercoaster design of the Sonic Adventures era. Why do you say Sonic Adventures era? Just remove the S any good? Whatever, moving on. It's both a nostalgic return to form and something entirely new, making for the most ambitious Sonic mobile game yet. It's not the project I'd imagine anyone was expecting, but it might just be the one that fans have been waiting for. Wasn't that Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Superstars? I don't know, that seems a bit of a dumb thing to say, but whatever. I went hands-on with Sonic Dream Team, an Apple Showcase event, playing both on an iPad with touch controls and on a TV with a controller. The project properly replicates the feeling of Sonic's early 2000s adventures with fluid, snappy races through levels with multiple paths. That might give Apple Arcade another secret weapon, as it's already shaping up to be one of the more fun Sonic experiences since 2017's Sonic Mania. Bro, we just had Frontiers and Superstars to an extent. We've had good games already, bro. Leave us alone. God. Rolling around. Sonic Dream Team is a 3D adventure where Sonic and his pals zip through winding levels with several pathways. The amusement park gameplay is familiar. So what? Sonic Colors and 2D and stuff like that? Maybe Eggman Land? That maybe some goat stuff here? We'll have to see. With characters homing in on enemies and objects with the press of a button, and fluidly jumping between obstacles. Developer Sega Hardlight gets the formula exactly right by strongly magnetizing characters to objects. When I jump between rails, I don't have to worry that I'm going to overshoot. Movement largely feels consistent, and it's where the studio's experience with making tight infinite runners is most apparent. Right, so when he was talking about the rails here, does that mean that he's just doing like a regular rail switch in any modern Sonic game, or is it like Lost World where you have to jump from rail to rail manually? Because it's hard to tell with these critics nowadays because they don't seem to be the most delved in terms of Sonic lore and stuff like that. But I'm assuming it's just like the regular modern Sonic games because I don't see why they'd change it. But they are saying that the movement in the game is actually pretty good, so that's a good sign, right? I mean, from the gameplay we've been seeing and the trailers, yeah, it looked pretty good, so yeah, it's good to hear that actually is. Structurally, Dream Team bears a surprising resemblance to classic 3D Mario games. When I select a level, I actually get a row of different missions that have me completing various objectives in that stage. In one level, I simply have to get to the end as leisurely as I choose. Another variant has me racing through checkpoints as fast as I can, while a third has me collecting hidden keys throughout the stage. Each grants me an orb, which I use to unlock new stages, just like stars in Super Mario 64. A developer I spoke to at the event referenced Super Mario Sunshine as an inspiration, and that very much shows. He also name-checked Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which is surprisingly apparent too. Alright, so Sonic Dream Team is inspired by 3D Mario games then, and also Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which is, I guess makes sense. I heard some people at release for Sonic Frontiers saying that it felt like a Tony Hawk game where you just do tricks or whatever in the open zones, chaining things together and whatnot, so yeah, I guess that makes sense. So essentially with this mission thing, I feel like it's more like Sonic Adventure 2, sort of, because in Sonic Adventure 2, you do one stage and then after that, unlock 4 alternatives to that stage. So I think one is a ring collecting one one where you have to find the Chow. I think there's a time trial one, and then also the hard mode at the 5th mission. So does that mean that there's going to be a hub world then, or is it just like out in the open zone, like built-in levels, or like Frontiers, like a separate stage, you have to find like a portal or a stage entrance that you go to? I don't know how this is going to work, but yeah, it sounds very similar to Sonic Frontiers too, to be fair. You do these stages, get orbs, which are basically just the vault keys, and then unlock something, which I'm probably going to read on later on. Levels are meant to be replayed in Dream Team, and that's accomplished in a few ways. For one, there are multiple paths to explore in any given level. I start one by sticking to the right and bouncing off some bumpers. Next time I jump in, I run over to the right lane and use my homing attack to bounce up some enemies and springs to get a hidden collectible. Each level has 5 red stars, so red starring is here, interesting, and a handful of hidden blue coins. I can also hold down a dash button to get a boost forward, which allows me to run up walls and access secret areas. So yeah, it's a boost game then, not a spin dashy game. So I don't know why he's comparing it to Sonic Adventure 2 then, unless it's just because he's a casual and that's only his 3 Sonic game is played, maybe, I don't know. Because it has a boost clearly, but you can't run up walls though, so that's pretty interesting. The big draw though is that there are 6 playable characters, and that's not just cosmetic. Sonic and Amy are your standard hedgehogs, while Knuckles and Rouge the Bat can glide and climb up walls. Tails and Cream, on the other hand, can use their helicopter tails to reach high areas. Levels are designed with pathways specific to those different abilities. In one level, I find a wall that I'm unable to climb as Sonic. I load back in as Knuckles, and suddenly, I'm taking an entirely different path through the stage, which has me gliding between walls. Usually I'd move on from a level to see something new in a demo like this, but I found myself replaying stages several times and making new discoveries with each attempt. So basically what it sounds like is Sonic Frontiers Update 3, so you see like a wall like you can't climb as like Amy or something, then you go back to the big tower, switch to Knuckles and come back down and climb that as Knuckles. That's basically what it sounds like here. And yeah, for replayability with these levels, yeah, that does make a lot of sense to do. Though it does mean that we don't have like character specific acts where we have one full like gliding level or one full flying or boosting level. I guess if the stages are big enough, then I guess that won't be much of a problem really. I guess it would kind of be like a classic Sonic game in a way, because you have like Tails, Sonic and Knuckles all going through the same levels but with different abilities, and obviously Knuckles sometimes has his own pathways, so it could be like that, I'm assuming. There are some movement hitches to that approach. Every character still has the same baseline speed and momentum, but the exclusive paths don't always account for that. One Knuckles segment had me trying to hop around small platforms in mid-air, which can be difficult to nail down when the character hits a running speed so fast. Even so, movement mostly felt fast and smooth for me during my demo, especially on mobile, where its minimal touch controls do it all justice. So is this game like Secret Rings then, where it runs automatically and you just turn? Is that how it is, or is it just like a regular 3D Sonic game? I don't know. Maybe there's a touch control version and a controller version, where in controller mode you can just run around by yourself, and then in touch controls you have to have it auto run for you. And if that is the case, then I guess the levels can't be too complicated then, because obviously the character's always going to be auto running. But I guess we'll see. There are 3D mobile games on mobile devices anyways nowadays, like Call of Duty, Minecraft. Heck, you can even emulate games on your phone too that are 3D, so I guess it could just work as a regular game. More than anything though, Sonic Dream Team simply has the right attitude. It sports a cheery visual design with soft textures and bright colours. Levels look almost like bouncy castles, which gives it an all-inviting, playful appearance. Despite being built for mobile devices, it might be the best looking 3D Sonic game yet, at least in terms of its cohesive art direction. Yeah, I'ma keep it real with you, Chief, I heavily disagree. The game doesn't look bad, but it just looks like Lost World and Super Mario 3D World, which is not the way Sonic games should be looking. I mean, Sonic's model looks pretty nice as well as all the characters, but the environment, yeah, nah. I mean, we even got the Sonic Lost World Badniks here, like the Buzz Bombers from Lost World, which aren't animated. We got those here for some reason, so I disagree with that, but at least it's cohesive, at least. That's something. As someone who has found recent Sonic games hit and sometimes very miss, Sonic Dream Team has my attention. The levels I played were breezy fun, that took me back to my time with games like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on GameCube. That formula has been smoothed out by a development team that's very familiar with how to make snappy mobile games. If later, more challenging levels can still return this level of fluidity and not give way to silly frustration, Sonic fans may have a good reason to sign up for Apple Arcade soon. And that is it for that little article there, so yeah, overall the game sounds pretty great, especially for a mobile game. The controls are pretty good, the visuals are pretty good according to this person. We've got like a Sonic Adventure 2 cyberspace inspired kind of level structure here, where you got different missions and you keep redoing it over and over again with different characters. So yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. So again, for the people who can actually play the game that are on Apple, yeah, you guys have fun, I guess. You guys have fun. And for the people on Android like me, I guess we'll just have to still sit this one out and just enjoy watching it, I suppose. Anyways, that about does it for today's video. So yeah, Sonic Dream Team sounding great, as it already looked. So let's just hope that the game can keep that momentum going. No? Alright, sorry. But, what do you guys think of this news? Are you more hyped for Sonic Dream Team with this first impressions, or not? Let me know down below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, especially that last one. Don't forget to become unleashed, pushing that join button down below. Remember, it's not necessary. And I'll see you all next time. Peace!